Ready?
I'm ready.
So, you talk a lot about your mom and the role she played in your life. Tell us who she was and what she meant to you.
Everything. Absolutely everything. My mother was and is my shero. She sacrificed so much to ensure that I would never be denied any opportunity in life. My father, for many years, he was in the throes of addiction. He was in and out of prison in our lives. I'm a survivor of a decade of childhood sexual abuse and also campus sexual assault. I grew up in a household where you robbed Peter to pay Paul. We were often met with eviction notices. But my mother made sure, even in the midst of all of that, that I was never cynical about government. I mean, I can remember being as young as 5, walking into that voting booth and just the moment when she would pull that curtain and just feeling powerful. Working for Congressman Kennedy and Senator Kerry, what was crystallized for me is that at the core of all things politic is relationship. That's how you get this work done.
Before she was on the city council, there was nobody that looked like her on the city council, and now it's full of women of all different colors.
One of the first things she did was found a committee on healthy women, families, and communities. And it's amazing that Boston never had such a thing before.
She fights for the underdog. She gives a voice to those who typically don't have one.
I grew up working class. I think she speaks to a wide population.
She speaks for everyone, which is hard to say about most politicians.
Every electoral legislative victory that I've had is because I actively listened and worked with community to achieve those things.
Ayanna made it so that folk who wanted to open a restaurant in Roxbury, that they could be able to get liquor licenses.
You had neighborhoods like Roxbury, Mattapan, Dorchester that hadn't seen new restaurants in 10, 15, 20 years. And we changed that.
And have a bar or a restaurant that your windows open up the same way they do on the seaport. And folks can enjoy the fresh air. It's really been a blessing.
It brought more housing. It's wealth building in perpetuity. You know, being an ally is easy. You sign the right letters, you show up at the rallies, you say the right things. But these times require and demand more than being an ally. They demand intentional advocacy. Our democracy is being dismantled every day. Our civil rights, our very humanity, it seems at times, that we are in a deficit of empathy.
I've been disappointed by some of the old guard Democratic Party that have not been excited about Ayanna, but then again, they disappointed me when they weren't excited about Deval Patrick or Maura Healey. When you have a change maker like Ayanna, it shakes the old boy party to his core, and it needs to be shaken up, now more than ever.
Like the same thing as you.
Let me see. My mother didn't raise me, and I'm not raising my 9-year-old stepdaughter to ask permission to lead. I'm going to fight for issues like gun violence prevention, the rights, the safety, and the wellness of women and girls, of comprehensive criminal justice reform, of real immigration reform. I'm running for Congress to do what I've already been doing, and that is to fight for families that are struggling. This is more than a campaign. This is a movement, and it's one we're going to build together.